Many thanks for joining us on the news update. I am Elizabeth Omoko. As electorate in Edo State prepare to elect a new governor this Saturday, President Bola Tinubu has called on all stakeholders in the upcoming Edo State governorship election to conduct themselves peacefully and supportingly. In a statement by the Presidential Advisor on Information and Strategy, Bayo Onanuga, the President implores the governorship candidates, political parties and supporters to respect the democratic process and the people's will. President Tinubu expresses belief in the voters' ability to make informed decisions about their future leaders, while emphasizing that democracy thrives on civility, tolerance, patience, and respect for the rule of the game. He notes that the Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, has committed to conducting a free and fair election and urges all stakeholders to work together to ensure a successful, peaceful process. The President commends the governorship candidate and political parties for their campaigns, which have focused on issues that matter most to the people of Edo State, including improving livelihoods, promoting economic growth, and contributing to national development. President Tinubu also expresses unwavering confidence in the professionalism and integrity of security agencies and INEC officials, urging them to remain impartial and avoid any actions that could compromise the integrity of the electoral process. Meanwhile, Edo State Council of the Nigerian Union of Journalists has opened Journalists Monetary Situation Room in the Press Center in Benin City. This is in view of the 2024 Edo State governorship election holding on Saturday, September 21, 2024 in different parts of Edo State. A statement signed by the chairman of the Nigerian Union of Journalists, Edo State Council, Comrade Festus Alehe, called on journalists and members of the general public to hook up on the union's Facebook page, Edo NUJ, and other channels that will be used during the election. The president of the Nigerian Union of Journalists, NUJ, Comrade Dr. Chris Iziguzo, MFR, will preside over the Situation Room activities. The union also released some mobile phone numbers to call for update and other necessary information. The numbers to call are 080-233-74944, 080-587-67093, 080-380-29091, and 091-146-92549. The statement also advised journalists to ensure safety first as they cover the governorship election, just as the Edo NUJ leadership also appealed to security agents to give journalists security protection in the field. Meanwhile, sensitive and thorough materials lifted from Abuja by the Nigerian Air Force have arrived in Benin City, Edo State capital. Jude Abugu, who was on ground to cover the arrival of the materials meant for Saturday's governorship election, reports.
The sensitive election materials lifted by Nigerian Air Force from Abuja to Benin City are being sorted and loaded into vehicles for onward movement to various INEC local government offices across the state. This was after the resident electoral commissioner led representatives of various political parties, security agents, and election observers to inspect these materials.
We call them from A. From A is the voting, the one you use in voting. We gave them from B. From B is the ward collation result, and for C is the local government collation result.
Representatives of various political parties witnessing this distribution of election materials have expressed their satisfaction with the process so far.
We are quite pleased with the way the voting has been organized. It is now in the hands of the police, and I hope the police will up their game and do the right thing and protect these materials to the different local governments.
Nobody expresses any doubt about the outcome of this very important exercise. They are giving us the checklist, and we are checking the material one after the other to verify that the serial numbers and everything are in order. And so far what we have seen is in order.
Leaders of political parties have been carried along by INEC. What I mean concerning what we are doing here particularly.
The items already on their way to local government areas in the state include that of Akoko, Edo, Esan East, Esan West, Esan Central, and other local government areas in Edo North and Edo Central senatorial districts of the state. In Benin, Jude Abugu, NTA News.
Africa, a non-governmental organization focused on the promotion of democracy and civic engagement, has briefed the press in the state on its readiness to monitor and inform the public ahead of the upcoming governorship election, holding this Saturday. Joy Egbo reports.
Speaking at the briefing, the organization outlined its plan to ensure transparency and voter education as part of its efforts to support a credible electoral process.
The cost of transport was not expected high in fuel prices to default to their contractual obligations with the INEC.
Some of the changes that you have seen in the electoral process as a result of the reports that we have from the voting accreditation of voting at the same time is a product of our evaluation.
I want to use this opportunity to call upon INEC to collaborate with the civil society organizations and put a lot of pressure in the electoral process so that this thing can be addressed. Unless we address it now, it will continue.
Members of the press were given a tour of Yaga Africa's Situation Room, where the organization showcased the equipment and technology that will be used to relay real-time information and updates to the public during the governorship election. The demonstration highlighted their commitment to ensuring transparency and timely reporting throughout the electoral process. In Benin, Joy Egbo, NTA News.
And still on Edo elections, the media as a fourth estate of the realm is saddled with the responsibility of reporting election activities as a much-awaited Edo State governorship election holds on Saturday, September 21. Much expectations from the over 52 media houses in the state, especially as it pertains to credible reportage. Rosemary Omani spoke with media practitioners on what the public should expect from the 114 media personnel approved by the Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC.
In election matters, there are three main activities the media is expected to inform the public about. They are the pre-election activities, election itself, and post-election activities. It is the right of the people to have adequate knowledge on the three stages. In carrying out these activities, the reporters must ensure they are unbiased.
So the media plays a very, very crucial role, and it is one of the major players in this process of selecting leaders for Edo State. So as media professionals, we need to go up and doing. There is the code of ethics. We have the election guidelines that we need to work on.
The chairman, Nigerian Union of Journalists, Edo State Chapter, Festus Alenke, assures the Edo people of adequate coverage and credible reportage throughout the election period.
Members of the public should expect a balanced reportage. They should expect fair reportage. They should also expect comprehensive reports as far as the ongoing Edo State government election is concerned.
When you look at the media as its critical role, our role is agenda setting. And again, perspectives on opening the eyes of the people to make informed choices. That is a critical role. But the media seems to have fallen short.
As a journalist, I hope to do my job credibly. I hope to do my job as a reporter. Give, I think, upside of the election. I mean, I need to be objective.
It is pertinent to state that 2,629,025 people registered for the upcoming election as against 2,210,534 in the last governorship election. In Benin, Rosemary Omani, NTA News.
And with few hours to the governorship elections, citizens are up to their ears, brimming with ideas as to what they expect from
political dynamics and have remained keenly contested. Citizens, on their part, have always had anxious expectations from each election. This year's exercise is not an exception.
Government, level playing field. INEC, made the people's vote count. Police, don't be partial.
More especially in this place, the PWD among the voters, the vulnerable, the pregnant women, they should be allowed to cast their vote any place.
The politicians, if they conduct themselves well, I assure you, my dear, everything will go fair.
Now is the right time for Edo people to start from themselves, to conduct themselves very well for the election.
They also want an election in which whoever emerges will meet the yearnings of the people.
We believe that if it is free, fair, and credible, the right person will emerge, and that is our prayer.
I'm expecting an election that will produce a governor that is truly the decision of the people. Election that will be short of litigation.
A security expert, Emmanuel Ademaru, underscored the need for security agencies to be neutral and for the youth to let peace reign.
The security agencies will apply more of a conflict resolution ideology, not just arresting, but seeing that every party is involved. They kind of get to understand the role they have come to play. I'm calling every Edo State youth not to go in the line of violence and not to allow anybody to make use of them to cause chaoses.
The collective hope is that the election will be free and fair and credible and will produce a leadership that will genuinely work and work well in the interest of Edo people. In Benin, Ubakobon Achibon, NTA News.
This is NTA Benin News Update. Our first break is now. Just stay with us.
Do you live in Aduawa and environs, or you need a conducive and open field in Aduawa for your wedding receptions, birthday parties, annual ceremonies, family or corporate events in a serene and conducive environment that is close to nature? Then look no further. NTA Benin Aduawa is a place for you. NTA Benin Aduawa has a large field for all your events and ceremonies. Also, at NTA Corporate Headquarters TV Road, we have a state-of-the-art fully air-conditioned ultra-modern hall for all kinds of indoor events with a standby generating set, therefore ensuring uninterrupted power supply. We also have NTA Pavilion for all outdoor events at the same venue. Guess what? Our prices are affordable, locations are easily accessible, venues conducive and highly secured. Our outside broadcast van is available 24 hours and can broadcast your events live. And above all, you can air your events on our award-winning program like Events and Style. And any booking on the field or halls gets a bonus of free news coverage. Wow! What are you waiting for? Grab this opportunity and have your celebration in a grand style. For inquiries and bookings, please call NTA Benin, the award-winning station.
Many thanks for your time. The Church of Christ in Edo State has invited God into the process of electing the #1 man that will govern the state for the next 4 years. The Christian body CAN conducted a one-day special prayer session for a peaceful and credible election in the states.
Musical renditions and prayers prevailed at the Bishop Kelly Pastoral Center. It is in fulfillment of 1 Timothy 2:1-4.
Where there is peace in a state, in any community, there will be strength.
Out and represent Jesus in this election. And we know what Jesus represents. Integrity, peace.
So let's go out and use our power to determine the leader of the state.
Seeking the peace of God in the affairs of Edo State, the leaders of the church say the state desires a governor that will ultimately lead the people in godliness and holiness. This sensitizes all Edo citizens.
People can go home with confidence, go to the police stations peacefully, exercise their franchise.
Edo State election will be peaceful. Peaceful.
We know whom will be able to work for us, who will take Edo to the next level. So go out and vote in that direction.
Edo State is our Jerusalem. We need peace. We need where there be no war, anybody can vote.
Beyond the effort of men and to the glory of God, the Edo State CAN, comprising 5 blocks, believes that a God-fearing governor will emerge at the end of the Saturday's polls.
The location of the Center for Arms Control in the Office of the National Security Advisor has been described as a welcome development, as it has helped the agency to act in a more strengthened and focused manner in arms control in Nigeria, especially with the presidential assent, which has given it to act in full legal and operational capacities. Assistant Inspector General of Police Abutu Yaro, retired, contributed this from Benin when he appeared on NTA flagship program Good Morning Nigeria. Eugene Ndobese reports.
The retired AIG Yaro said the Deputy Inspector General of Police in charge of the agency, Johnson Kokumo, has made more successes in the arms control platform by making efforts to ensure that even decommissioned arms from the arms-bearing agencies in Nigeria are taken into custody for possible destruction.
Presidential assent has now accelerated the Nigeria government effort to control small arms and light weapons in Nigeria. It has equally put in place and established conformity with the ECOWAS protocol on small arms and the UN protocol of small arms too.
He blamed proliferation of small arms and light weapons to political class due to their interests. AIG Abudu Yaro also said there is need to control the porosity of Nigerian borders, disclosing that there are 350 million small arms in Nigeria and 1,400 illegal entry points where the arms come into the country. He called for collaborative efforts by relevant agencies for demobilization and disarmament from those armed with the weapons. In Benin, Eugenia Ndubisi, NTA News.
And on a softer note, residents of Iyekogba community in Owe, the local government area of Edo State, and its environs will now begin to enjoy the services of a one-stop shop, Lifestyle Valley Mall, which has opened for business in the area. Ifeoma Okafor witnessed the inauguration of the shopping mall owned by Kenny Ayere.
This inauguration provides a useful window for Lifestyle Value Mall to provide services of fresh food, home-based bar, grills foods, bakery services, and livestock foods. Other shopping benefits include pharmacy, beauty salon, as well as services for children. Over 20 communities populate the Iyekogba layout, and for Miles End, Lifestyle Value Mall stands out as the only stop shop which offers convenient shopping for the people of the area.
It's a nice, easy way to go and buy whatever you need.
The price is wonderful, the place is fine, the place is classy.
Ken Ayere is the Chief Executive Officer of Lifestyle Value Mall.
For too long have we been buying from the muddy markets, from, you know what I'm talking about. You go in there, you're working in mud, you're dealing with filth and flies and those kind of things. And we thought to enhance the hygienic conditions of our people. So we introduced something like this.
Let's commend the IRS for bringing about this one-stop center for shopping. This is what you call foreign direct investment, because I can assure you that the money they use in putting this place together came from outside of the country.
You can imagine how big the place. Imagine the number of people who go to work here.
They want other philanthropists to also think home in order to foster economic growth. In Benin, Ifoma Ukafo, NTA News.
And that is it on the news update. Do join us again at 7 for the main bulletin. Good afternoon.
Sister, how money mega here? Often, Benny here travel wa come out. Where is Eco Best? Eco Best. I am you more money ever. Just say, baby,